we back. We back. So we need to collect a bunch of stone to use for the castle. I didn't have time to collect the forestry because I had been in. I'm just gonna fly around for a moment. Hello. Welcome. I was just saying that we're gonna collect stone. I didn't get a chance to like actually get stone off stream, so I guess we're just gonna have to collect it right now. So I'll go do that now. I was just repairing my pickaxe here. How you doing? Twas good. Why am I going up? I need to go through the nether. Keep doing that. I don't think about it. I was gonna do something different for this stream, but like I feel like maybe we should just finish the wall. Get that done, you know? Rip. Big wall, big wall. Everything good, everything sound good and everything. I tried to change it from last night. Should be better. Right? Pretty much. It's pretty much what it's gonna be. I need to work on this again too. I keep forgetting about this because like I don't know. I tried to fix it a little bit. I cleaned it up a bit, but it needs work. I was thinking about keeping it there, but then when I was doing it, I was also thinking maybe we should probably do another wither skeleton farm at the other area. Like at the other fortress. I just feel like it'd probably be better there. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the fortress itself, figure out where the chunk is that they spawn, and we'll try and make something out of it. Because so many of them spawn here, more than even over there, right? Like, you can literally see it from here. So there's one there, there's one there. There's one there, one there. So it's like 4 right there already, right? 5, another one over there. If we did the same thing we did with the other one, and we mapped it out, and did like the thing with the glass to try to figure out where the spawning locations were, and remembered it, we could probably build like our own little farm here and just get rid of this castle altogether, you know? Maybe that'll be like the next big project after the one we're currently on, you know? Possibly. I feel like a wither skeleton farm, if we're planning on fighting the wither multiple times, we're gonna need a farm. Plus, it'll be another source of XP, even though we already have 4 different farms for that. It's so weird when I spawn in here. I'm like not used to it. It's so cool. I can't believe we've actually done this much, honestly. It looks so cool. Even from like a distance. Yeah, that's true. Like, look how cool that looks. It's so good. I love it so far. Okay, we're just gonna mine down here. I have a conduit. But if we go below 40 something blocks, I think below 42? Yeah. Okay, if we go below 46 is what we're doing. Is it? Or is it higher than that? I don't even know. I know there's like a limit. But it doesn't matter anyways, because we get instant mining with the conduit anyway. I've more or less brought both of them just in case we've seen it somewhere else. Just seen like another cave, because I wasn't sure how much of this we're going to have to use, especially when we're doing the cobblestone part, and then once we do the houses in it, they're going to have to be made of like the same kind of materials to fit the whole theme. I should probably go get the shulker boxes. I forgot to do that. Maybe go do that now, I think. I should probably get those. Make it easier to carry more. We'll try to fill up all of them, and then we'll probably finish that one wall tonight. And I don't think we're going to have much time for anything else. Man, I do not want to go to work tomorrow. It's going to be so busy. Okay, these are all empty, right? These, and then we'll get ready to go. I wonder if there's a place. I'd rather not do it underwater. I feel like it's more of a pain in the butt. Well, I just don't know how much time we're gonna have to do, like, because collecting all this stuff is so annoying. Oh, why so busy? Well, because Valentine's Day is whatever, but the weekend is also gonna be busy, right? So, where there's going to be a storm on Monday is probably going to be less people coming in then, and probably more tomorrow, I'd say. I should probably do this out here. Unless I see some iron, then I'll leave it for that too. I don't know if I really want to do it here. I feel like we should be mining elsewhere. There's still a lot over here we can just do anyways. I was mining here before. Problem with doing it here is that they all float, and there's like not really a surface here, so it's kind of like they just go up here and you gotta find them. It's kind of annoying. I'd like to be able to just straight up pick them up. I guess what we could do is try to go where the beacon is instead and use that. Might be better. It's all right now. Let's just try. I know there's another cave like up here. Yeah. We could probably get something here maybe if we go in. How far out can I go before this goes out? Let's see, that's not good. Just do it here. Shouldn't wear off there either. We won't have night vision or anything, but I don't really care for that because nothing's going to spawn here anyways. Right? I know there's like a water cave right there, so we want to go there. See, I mined all this out. This is where I got the stone for the last couple of walls. But we'll just, we'll go back this way. So we can't go down any lower than 45 because then it'll wear off. See, I'd rather mine like this because it's just easier. Maybe where, you know, remember that where that hole was last night where we were trying to cover over? We could probably mine there too. We'd have to move the beacon though, which is kind of a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt moving all those blocks. Is the music loud enough? Can you hear it good? I don't know, it's really hard for me to like determine this stuff. Once I get a setting, I'm just gonna leave it on that setting basically and remember it because okay, so yeah. We're just gonna be mostly mining this stream, I think. I don't think we're gonna be able to do a whole lot of building. I mean, maybe we will. Maybe we'll get more stone than I think, but because it is pretty fast to get like this. This definitely speeds up the process like tenfold. Collecting is the shitty part. I don't know where the cave is full of water. I don't want to get too close yet. There it is, see? It's right here. Now where we... I mean, I think if we kept going forward, we shouldn't run into it, though. As long as we don't go here again. Right? Say if we go like here. We should be fine. I just want to get as much of this here as we can, because this is such an easy cave to mine. It is so nice getting like all this stuff though, like being able to like pick up blocks like this, because it's like so weird when you go back to playing, say like on like a regular Minecraft thing or whatever, right? Like on like just normal, like a new game. It's so hard to go back to doing that after having the ability to do this. Looks like I should stop it. Should have brought more torches though. See, we already get that many stacks of bricks like already. Like we probably almost got one shulker box full. So like, you know, it doesn't really take that long to get it. I like the song. The song is jam. I try to have a good mix of songs that like will get you like pumped, and then other songs that are just more chill, depending on the situation, you know. Because playing this game is weird. It's different than other games I find, because like you'll go from like just being super hyped to like really chill in like 5 seconds in this game. So we could go like this way more. As long as we stay down low, we don't go too high up, because it'll break into the cave again. So we're gonna try and keep mostly on the chill songs. I did say we were planning on doing a mining stream, so this is kind of counts, right? Mining for stone, but you know, it counts. Should have brought torches though. I really should have. If we find any coal, we'll although we don't have any wood on it, we do have sticks though. Okay, I'll make some right now. I should probably not be using this pickaxe though. There we go. Just to get some torches. We literally don't use coal for anything else besides torches. Yeah, it counts. It counts. Okay. Okay. Actually, it's probably a bad idea to put that there, because we're literally going to break that in a minute. We'll put some over here just to light up this area a little bit. We'll try and keep it up on the higher bits. Okay. Let's keep going. Keep going. But yeah, my day wasn't too bad. Band was good. Why am I using this? I'm not supposed to be using this one. That's cobblestone. You don't want cobblestone right now. I went to some thrift stores, found some cool stuff. What else did I do today? Had a nap, went to band. Band was very pog. We got a lot done. We never recorded anything this time. We were just kind of screwing around with different things. Like, we'll remember them anyways. But yeah, we got some ideas for like more working on like concept of album type of deal, and like just we pretty much played for a little bit, sat down and talked about some stuff, played for a little bit, sat down, talked about some more stuff. I found, hang on I found a Bruce Wayne action figure from like the original Batman movie. Which I don't have, it's over on the shelf. And I found this, which I was kind of excited about because I've been looking for one of these forever right now because I have like a few things. I have one in my main computer, but then I have this one now too, and it actually works. I don't know if you know what this is, but you might not even be able to see it. It's a zip disk drive, if you remember what zip disks are. They're kind of like floppies, but like faster and they hold more data. They were kind of like a big thing, and then CDs came out around the same time and kind of just destroyed them. But yeah, it's a zip disk drive, and there was 2 zip disks in with it, and it works perfect. And I have them here. These. Because I have a zip disk drive internally in my old retro computer, and I wanted to have like more discs, and the discs are kind of hard to get here anyways. I don't know about elsewhere. See? Yeah. So that's cool. It's definitely not an easy thing to find nowadays, especially working. So yeah, I found one of those, and I found a Bruce Wayne action figure, and what else was it? There was something else too. I don't remember what it was though. My brain is fried. If I think of it, I'll tell you. But yeah, back on the topic of BAM, we kind of just like screwed around with like topics, and we're just talking about different things. Like sometimes we won't just do anything barely. We'll just sit down and talk about different like social issues and things that are going on in the world and stuff, and then it kind of inspires you to write different kinds of music, because we don't generally write about politics and social stuff. We just kind of usually just do personal. But the next album's probably going to have a little bit of commentary type stuff, so yeah, we're just talking about stuff and trying to figure out a direction we for sure wanted to go with the next album, and where we wanted to go after the album, which we're thinking EPs and less albums. Like maybe an album every, like 4 or 5 years or something, but like have like an EP, couple EPs in between. Which is something I've been talking about forever now, because I just think it's a good idea in general. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world right now, right? Especially in Canada, if you've been watching the news. I'm not gonna... I don't know. I don't want to give my opinion too much on that situation. I mean, like, we try to avoid those topics, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to avoid those topics right now because the entire world is in shambles, in a sense, right? And everybody's kind of got this same mentality, so I feel like it's kind of... People are very restless now, I think is more what it is. It's like a... I'm just gonna use these because they seem to... Yeah, there's a lot going on in good old Canada. It's one shelter box. Oops. I don't know if we're necessarily going to talk about those subjects directly, but I think, like, obviously the themes might change to reflect some of that stuff a little bit. But it's not going to directly comment on it, I don't think. I'm not the type of person to do that. I try to not do the politics thing just because music to me, I know a lot of people like to use it for causes and stuff like that, but music to me is more of an escape from reality. And that's the way I like to write music, so that's probably how it's going to stay for me. That's why I'm so big into, like, music with, like, really good storytelling, like Tom Waits and Les Claypool and stuff like that, because I really like the escape from reality of it. So, what's the level I can't mine at right now? What is the level where it cuts off? It's 47 it cuts off, right? Yeah, 47. Okay. So we gotta stay at least 48? 49? Okay. Oh. See? So you know now. Definitely a widely debated topic. But once again, I'm not going to get into it on here because that's not what this is for. But, yeah. I don't know. It's definitely inspiring to a degree to write stuff revolving around issues like that. That's good. The whole fundraiser thing went well. I'm glad. Yeah, 100%. Full up again. Bring this back. Yeah, I'm enjoying the way my music is going though. This album is gonna turn out to be really good, I think. I say that about every album, but I mean every musician does that. But it's going good. I like the direction tonally that it is going. So, very good. That's good. Good for you. It's always nice to help out stuff like that. If I had time, I would. What's my favorite? Oh, the album? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm sure when we get somewhere more with it, and we have vocals down, and I have more lyrics, possibly. I don't know. See, I really liked the last album we did. I'm actually really proud of that one. And I didn't get quite the reception I think I would have liked it to get compared to the first album, because a lot of people like our first album more, but I honestly do think the second one's a lot better. I put so much work into that. I think that's really the problem with one of the things I don't like about music, I guess. Or one of the things I don't like about the way I think. It's like, I'll like something, but like that I've written or done, and then like if like it's not like a unanimous decision and everyone else likes it that much, then I almost feel discouraged about it, I guess. Which I know is stupid. It's just, you know, so I don't really let it get to me that much, but I did like that album a lot more than... Yeah, the first one was more simplistic in every way. It was more simplistic in its recording, in the writing, in the guitar work. I don't like the first one. The first one, to me, is rushed because we kind of just went in, we did an album, and we put it out. We didn't really overthink it. And the second one, we never overthought it at all. We just went in and tried to write the best album that we could, right? That was the whole goal, I guess, to a point. And then like 2 or 3 reviews come out for that album, and it's just like, oh yeah, well, the first album was better. And I'm like... because people on with the first album, they latched onto the whole like progressive type concept album thing, where the album had an overarching story about an issue that someone was going through, right? And the second album didn't have that at all. So like, even though it was the same issues, and a lot of the songs are about the same stuff, it wasn't presented the same way, and I think a lot of people didn't like that. I didn't really want to do a concept album. I mean, the first album wasn't going to be a concept album to begin with anyways. That was more of, I don't want to say an afterthought. It was a thought in the middle of recording it that we thought, you know, why don't we do a few skits to go in between songs to try to connect some of the songs together, because they have similar themes, but they weren't written to be a connecting story. That just kind of happened, right? And, yeah, I don't know. It just kind of, I guess it kind of just bothers me because we didn't put as much effort into that one, and then the one that we put a lot of effort in is the one that people are like, it's not as good. It's like, it's like lame. I don't know. Not that it matters. I don't really care. I'm just gonna, you know, whatever. I write and put out more music no matter what. But it's just, it's kind of weird. It's weird because it's not how you picture, I guess, people thinking about something that you're writing. I don't think I ever, even when I'm writing an album, generally, I don't really think about what people are gonna think of it. I don't ever have that in mind, because if you think about that stuff when you're writing something or you're doing any kind of art, I think you're probably just gonna have a lot of problems in general with writing music in general, because you can't dwell on people not liking something. And the same thing with this album too. Like, I don't want to let it sway the way that we write it. Like, I don't want to do skits and have all that stuff on the album just because someone said that the last album was better because we had the skits and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not... I don't want to let it push the direction of the album, because I like the direction it's going right now, for sure. It's definitely different. It's different for us tonally, and I mean, like, instrument-wise. Like, there's a lot of instruments in here that we didn't use before. Like, the keyboard thing we did on the last album for, like, 1 or 2 songs. We never did a whole lot. But this one is going to have a lot of it. I don't know if we're going to keep doing the whole, like, sample thing like we were doing previously, because that stuff can get costly. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes with people, but, it'd be nice. This is, like, the dumbest thing every musician says. It'd be nice to have a label of some sort. Not even to pay for anything to do with the album. Just, like, the writing of the album, anyway. But, like, it'd be nice to have a label to be able to do, like, promotion for us, you know what I mean? Because hiring promotion and dealing with the promoters ourselves is kind of, like, a pain in the ass, and I wish I had, like, someone else to deal with it. And, like, same thing with, like, licensing and distribution would be nice if someone else. About the first and second album? Yeah, sounds about right, though. I don't know, it's just... No, I don't mind being compared to Nirvana that way, that's different. But I mean, like, I don't like it when people immediately go and compare us to Nirvana and say that, like, our sound is exactly... We're just, you know, like a Nirvana rip-off band to a degree, which is... If you listen to our music at all, I think, besides, like, maybe the songs that we put out as, like, hits and shit, like, we're more like Alice in Chains or any other band besides Nirvana. Maybe more like Caesar, honestly. Obviously, Nirvana's a huge influence on me, 100%. There's no way it couldn't be. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If he did say that, then that's fucking hilarious, because that's exactly how I feel about the albums. It's weird. I think he felt that way about In Utero too, right? Because that album was received really not as well as it is now. I don't want to say poorly, but a lot of people were complaining about songs on that and saying they didn't like the sound because that album, say, wasn't as polished as Nevermind, right? And yeah. And then some of the topics that they were talking about on that were touchy. Yeah. That's what I mean. I thought you meant Bleach. I was like... But yeah. See, the thing about In Utero, though, is it doesn't seem like it's put more effort in because it's a very, what's the word? It's a very, like, rough album, right? It's very, it's like a garage album, but it's not a garage album. Like a garage band, is what I mean. Not, yeah. But, like, yeah, it's weird because it sounds really raw. The thing to me with In Utero is that In Utero to me is like a mixture of Bleach and Nevermind put together, right? It's got the same kind of polish as Nevermind, but it's not on as thick, and it's got the rawness of Bleach, but it's recorded a lot nicer, like Nevermind was, right? So like you got this whole, I don't know, it just sounds better. I like the whole thing of how he recorded that too. If you ever look at the behind the scenes and like how they did the recordings and how they set up the amps and the mics and stuff, I'd like to record like at least a song like that. I'm planning on doing a couple of the punk songs with like a Beastie Boys influence on the microphone because I want to do. They used to do this thing where they'd do vocals through a guitar amp, right? Like, they'd set up a guitar amp with distortion and shit, and then they'd basically put the microphone through the guitar amp and record the guitar amp, instead of, like, just doing vocals directly in, or using a PA or something. So they get this really, like, distorted vocal sound, which is, I guess, what you hear in, like, songs like, What You Want, or whatever, So What You Want. You know how it has almost like this raspy, low-quality vocal thing? That's how they did that. So I'd like to do... I think that would sound really cool with, like, a punk-sounding song. It's actually something I wanted to do before, honestly. And same thing with... There's another song on there I'm going to use, like, a harmonica mic, like Lane Staley would use on, like, Frogs, to get that almost like you're talking through a radio sound. I want to get that in there, too, because... You know, I don't I'm not ripping off other musicians, like, songs in general like that, but, like, getting ideas for, like, how they're recording, that's why I like watching those documentaries, because it's like, you see all these different methods of how they recorded stuff, or how they got a certain sound, and then you take those ideas that they had, and you take them and put them with your own, and mix them together with different bands' ideas of how to record, and then you get this crazy, concoction of like, really well done, well thought out recording processes that a lot of people probably don't normally think of. And you probably wouldn't even notice it if nobody told you, right? Like, I would have never thought that the Beastie Boys did it like that. I would have thought that it was like some sort of effect, you know? I mean, I suppose you could do that, but I don't think you'd get the same unpredictability with the sound of it if you didn't do it like that, like, practically. It's kind of like practical effects in movies to a degree, I guess. Like, you got that whole... It just looks... your brain just knows it's different, you know? I can always tell when someone's using effects on their voice, and rather than, say, doing something like a direct input to, like, a pedal, or doing the effect naturally. Like, I know, like, Tom Waits, when he records albums and stuff, will, like, either make his own instruments, or, like, he's got songs where he's just, like, singing through, like, a giant, like, fucking tube, or, like, a giant piece of metal to get, like, a different vocal sound, instead of just using... I'm sure there's an effect out there to make it sound like you're singing through a giant fucking tube, right? But it just sounds better having the actual physical object. I don't know. And you can tell, too. Like, you'll notice that stuff. As good as technology gets with that stuff, it still sounds kind of mechanical. It's kind of artificial, I guess is the word. I think we'll probably fill this one and maybe start on the next one, and then we'll just go start building. Because I think that should be enough to finish this wall. And we won't really need any more stone for a little while. We'll need cobblestone for the floor next, but the actual buildings, I think, are going to be stone. But we're not going to be doing those right now. Obviously, that's going to be a little ways out. I'm surprised this build is actually going as fast as it is. Like, we're actually getting a lot done with it in quite a short span of time. That's the one. If there's one thing I learned about Minecraft, about my skills in Minecraft, or just playing, is that I can build things a lot faster than I maybe previously thought I could. Oh man, if you ever watch a documentary on like sound effects in movies and how like they're done, it's crazy, some of them. Like, you'd never think it. I love behind the scenes on practical effects on movies. That's probably why The Thing is one of my favorite movies of all time, because just the practical effects in that movie are unparalleled. They're so good. Like, there's nothing the same as that movie. That movie's practical effects are fucking phenomenal. Plus, I love Kurt Russell. He's not in enough things nowadays. We need more Kurt Russell movies. We needed another like Escape from New York movie. I think our show that we were gonna do got canceled, unfortunately. That's bad news. Just because I think the band that we were playing with wanted to do a different venue. They didn't want to do the venue that we had planned. Which is fair enough, because, I mean, there's a few people who don't want to play there. So we're just going to try and find a better venue. We want to try something bigger. Because the bands that we got lined up, including us and the other band, I think, would like to play, like, a slightly bigger venue. And have, because the show is going to be more of a spectacle. And we want to have, obviously, a bigger spot for that. So, we'll figure it out. No one else in the band is very rotted about, but I'm pretty rotted about it. So I was like actually pumped to play a show. I love it. But it's okay. It's all good. I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'd rather have that iron. I mean, to me, it don't really matter. I don't care where I play. I could be playing in a small bar or playing a huge fucking stage, and I don't think it'd make a difference to me. Depending now, like, doing like a huge fucking stage might be a bit nerve-wracking. Kinda, I guess. But it's hard for us to be able to fill out that huge set, I guess. I mean, we probably could, but it'd be very tiring, obviously. Yeah, I'm sure something else will come up. That's why I'm not really that phased about it. I was kind of rotted to begin with, but I'm not really that, you know, I'm not really that worried. I can't wait to do something, though. I'm fucking dying. I'm dying here. It's the same bands that we played with the last big show that we did, but we want to do another one. I'm not necessarily the same venue, but something... We have another one lined up that we're thinking about. I think we were talking to them about it, so... Once we get that figured out, we'll have to figure out a date. Because the thing about it, too, is that we all work jobs, like everybody in all the bands. So it's kind of like, it's really hard to organize because everybody needs to be able to get those days off, right? Like, I mean, like, we're not getting paid for this, you know? It'd be different if we were getting paid for it and we could, like, skip a day of work or something, but that's not how it works, unfortunately. I just want to break from recording. I feel like I'm kind of burnt out on the whole recording process again. I don't like getting burnt out on it because I feel like then my writing is going to suffer. Which is the last thing I need. But, yeah, we'll get another one. It's not that big of a deal. I need to stop using this pickaxe in there because I'm going to break it. So we're thinking about Silk Touch. Like, it's good for shit like this, but man, does it break fast. Because it don't auto-repair like the other one, you know? Okay, I think we're good. I think that's enough. I think that's enough to finish the wall. Just go and do this shit. Got all of them. And I do like the bands that we're playing with too, so I would like to get it organized a bit better. I like how we're all in like a similar genre, so it's kind of, it makes it a lot easier to organize it and do the sets and stuff, because we kind of know each other enough that we know what we're gonna, what our tones are like and who should go on first and all that stuff, you know? So there's only one I didn't put in there. Yeah, exactly. That's why I want to record, and it's my main thing. Well, I don't know if necessarily it will be us playing the new music, but it'd just be nice to just like play our old shit. Because I think the problem too with doing recording stuff like that is when you're recording, you tend to forget the older, not forget the older songs, but you get really rusty at playing your old stuff. And I think playing during your recording process to a certain degree, even if it's like 1 or 2 shows, just to keep up on it, because we haven't been jamming any of our old songs in the last little while, so well, really we probably should be just at least going back to that a little bit. I think the reason we didn't want to do that was because we didn't want it to like influence our writing too much, you know? Like we're trying to do something different, and we don't want to get back into the groove of the last 2 albums. If that makes sense. Plus, obviously, it's a little bit of a break from my freaking job. Ugh, I gotta work until Thursday now. It's brutal. All 8-hour shifts, so that's good. I'm gonna have a lot more money on the next paycheck. Definitely sucks having no freaking money. COVID screwed everything up that way. Yeah, I thought I was gonna have Wednesday off, but no. That's my one thing. If I had to complain about anything on the schedule currently at my job, is that um, every week seems to be something like the schedule changes like a bunch. I don't know. I just wish I had more. I wish we could get more of like a just a schedule, like a literal schedule where it doesn't change that much. Like the hours might change a little bit or like something like that, but like just like a set schedule because it's so hard to plan anything that I do, whether it be music or just doing nothing or hanging out with friends or driving people places and stuff like that. You know, it's like I can't plan around anything because not only does it schedule different every week, but like yeah, they're all early. Yeah, it's all 11 to 7 and 11 to 6:30, 11 to 7, 11:30 to 6:30. I think that's the two different ones. I mean, hours are nice. I'll give it that, but like I don't know. That place is driving everybody that's working there nuts. Yeah. I changed my availability too. They gave us like every couple months they'll give us like availability sheets where we just put down what hours we can work, what we can work, can we do split shifts, stuff like that. If you don't know what a split shift is, just literally where you come to work say like 12 to 3 and then you go home, come back at 5 o'clock and then work 5 to 9. Um, yeah, I figured. Um, Unfortunately, hey. But yeah, so I did my availability sheet. I said I was available. I can't do split shifts. I legitimately can't do split shifts because where I live, like a half an hour away from town, for me to drive home and drive back, it's a waste of gas, and I'm not gonna drive around and just waste my time. Like if I'm going to work, I'm coming in, and I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm not screwing around with that shit. Um, what else? Yeah, so there was that, and then I said that I can work days and nights, don't matter, I don't care really. I'm not really partial to either one at the moment. I don't care. I could do night shifts or day shifts, it wouldn't really bother me. But I said the only day, I said I need Saturdays off. I don't really care what my other day off is. I mean, it sucks when it's something like this, but like, I don't care that much that I'd complain about it. And I said that I need, I'd like to have a night. If I'm gonna have a night shift, I'd like to have it on Sunday. I said I couldn't work Sunday mornings, just because where I have band in the nighttime and say where I'm streaming now or something, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Like to get up really early the next morning. Like I got to be up at 11 tomorrow, and it's like I don't know. With band especially, because I never got back from band. I started band at 8 o'clock tonight, and I never got back till like quarter after 12 o'clock. So right, like sometimes it goes later than that, sometimes it goes earlier. And I'm sure with the recording it's probably gonna go later than that, and there's gonna be nights where I'm not gonna be able to stream because I gotta do band stuff. But yeah, so I'd rather be able to sleep in the next day, because that writing music and doing this stuff's really draining too. I mean, this helps, playing this helps definitely because it's chill, but like I don't know. I just know what I'm like. I know I won't go to sleep early even if I get back late, and it's like I don't know. It just makes sense for me. If I'm gonna keep my mental health in check, I need to like. There's certain things that I just have to have working wise. I find. I don't think I'm asking for a lot. It's literally one day I just say I can't work, and another day where I just, like, you know... I know they're both weekend days, but, like... I'm not saying I can't work on Sunday. I can work an 8-hour shift. I just can't do 11 o'clock. My only problem with 11 o'clock shifts is that you don't get off till like 7 o'clock, which is like your entire day. So like you leave in the morning, you can't really do much before that, and you can't really do much after that, because most things here open at 10 o'clock. And then, you know? Well, yeah, for sure, and I've been there 7 months now, so I'm kind of being more vocal about my needs as an employee, because that's important. And music is really important to me, right? Obviously. My music is the first thing that I bring up whenever I get a job, right? And I mean, and at halftime they'll roll their eyes like, oh, he has a band. But it's like, no, like, you don't get it. Like, I have a band, but I also have, like, 2 albums. Like, this isn't like, you know, we're going in and we're playing around with a guitar for like an hour, you know what I mean? Like, it's basically my other job. I just don't, unfortunately, make as much money as I'd like to be making at it. Because it'd be a lot easier to support myself if I didn't have to work in a restaurant, for sure. Anybody who says they play music to just play music is full of shit. I don't care. I play it because I enjoy it, of course, but if I could be making money doing what I love, then that'd be fucking awesome, right? Like, why would anybody not want that? That's the dumbest thing ever. I hate it when people say that shit. Especially, like, famous musicians say that in interviews, you know? I mean, it's different when you get to a certain level and you have all the money and you're rich and you don't need to be making the money anymore, I guess, but, like... I mean... It's kind of how that works, right? Okay, I need to go get more now. We're definitely gonna get this done. Was it all of it? It was too. I mean, obviously, the first thing that matters musically is writing music for me that I enjoy. Second is writing music that other people also enjoy. Third thing is possibly the possibility of making some kind of living out of it, you know? And obviously that makes it a lot easier to continue if you have the money to put towards it, you know? That's just how things work, so... Yeah. I was like, where'd my music go? Sometimes there's like a weird pause between songs and like screws at my head. I mean, we're almost done this wall. Flattening this entire intersection and getting rid of all the trees, or not all of them, but some of them, is going to be really complicated for building the houses. The only thing that bothers me about this build is how far it is away from my actual main base. Like, I wish it was closer so, like, I could go there a lot easier. But, I mean, finding a mushroom biome, even of this size, is kind of hard, so... We should consider ourselves lucky, I guess. And this isn't the 1.18 generation, too. On this 1.17 world, so... We're lucky to have it, I guess. Can't wait for 1.19. Oh yeah. If it was on Java or on PC at all, I probably could do that. You can just move the code and put it somewhere else. But that definitely is not easy to do. mean, they do it on the Origins SMP. They've restarted that server on new updates like every time, and they've taken the like floating island base thing with them and put it on every server. They haven't rebuilt it, they just copied the code over it. You can do that. Even if there was a console in this, like right now, I could, like, you can add things into the game through the console with commands. I wouldn't do that though, because I don't cheat. I don't like, I've never put this world on creative. It's always been on survival. For the whole 8 months that it's been around, it's always been survival. Never on creative. You can tell because if I open up my settings menu, see how it says right here, like survival? At the top above where it says the world name, it would generally say, like you can't, I don't remember the exact words, but it's like you can't earn trophies. Because you can only earn trophies in like a survival, you can't earn it in creative. So it would normally say that if you had compromised it by, say, changing that to creative or adventure. Right? Which is something for me to be proud of, because nothing in this world I have spawned in, nothing in this world I have edited or changed. I've never changed the weather to turn off, I've just dealt with things as they come, so I like that. I don't, like, what's the point in playing in survival if you're literally just gonna cheat things in all the time? I know some people do it with certain things, or change the weather and stuff like that, but I don't want to do that. Things go wrong, that's just the way it is. And it's not on hardcore, so it's not like anything that goes horribly wrong I can't eventually fix, you know? World-wise, I mean, like, in the world, like, playing, I mean, glitches and stuff like that, that's a whole different story. We won't talk about that. But, because I've had history. But, yeah. Is this song playing over, or is this just, like, the way the song goes in the middle? Give me 1 second here. Excuse me 1 second. The song's a bit epic for what we're doing, but I do like this. It's one of the newer songs that came out that I added. I definitely like having the, I always go into the new section of music to see if there's any new names. Either that, or I might hear the songs on other people's streams and be like, oh, I want to add that one. And see if it's available. If it is, I'll put it on here. In a world where Survival Boy builds castles, one boy against all odds collects, I don't even know how many stone to say this is, like 8 million stone to build a castle that serves no purpose besides looking cool. I need the movie voice guy in here. Somebody get the movie voice guy in here right now. I want him in here. I want him to narrate something. I would love that. If I was ever a big streamer, that would be something that I would do at least once a week. I guarantee it. I'd find someone who could do the movie voice, and I would have him narrate everything I do in the game for an entire stream. That would be so fucking cool. That would be such a good, like, sub-goal to do as a streamer. I'm sure somebody's done that, though. It'd be so annoying, though. I would get so annoyed, and it would make it even funnier. Because I'd be like, will you shut up, please? Even though you're, like, paying this person to do it. I just feel like, yeah, okay, so I think we're gonna go and we're gonna get some gunpowder from the creeper farm. And he's going to the creeper farm to get gunpowder for fireworks. Right? Boom! Creepers. Blew himself up and the farm. That has happened in that farm. It happened once in that farm. One of them blew up and exploded the middle section. I had to fix it. That was when I first made it, though. Because what it is like, I have to crouch down to, like, for them to be able to hit them through, like, the little gap that I have. But where they're on top of hoppers, they can fall in the hoppers, and sometimes if they go down in the hoppers, their eye level is level with me, and then they can see me, and then they don't like that, and they explode. So it is possible to happen. I could just do, like, streams where, like, I hire different people to narrate with different voices. It'd be like the movie guy voice, and then the next stream would be like something else. Wow, this is so tedious. We took everything out of those, right? Yeah. Closer than your heart when the weight is getting heavy and the future is unsteady. Close your eyes, think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beat. I'm just seeing something. It's so hard to navigate things on my phone. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. Back to it. Thought I was gonna miss that. Whoa, there's my kitty cat. Hello, Willow. Those are streams. You can go watch those. They exist. Do you know there's like sleeping streams, like people watching people sleep? It's a thing. It's very strange to me. Definitely not my thing. But I mean, I suppose if you get paid to just sleep, why not? Think of a stream, there's a stream for anything you can think of almost. Yep, really. I should do a just chatting stream sometime. I've never done one before, and I feel like I would enjoy that. we could do other stuff in it, but, like, you know? But that'd be kind of fun. Maybe just, like, an hour long, you know, like, do short stream like that. I'll think about that sometime. Right? It's just weird, like, I do the game and when I'm playing like this and, like, I can talk for a long while about something, but then there's quiet sections where I'm just doing stuff on the game, right? So, like, maybe. That'll probably be a later on down the road thing. But, I mean, I could probably do a just chatting stream talking about retro games all fucking day, all day long. I could go on and on. I already do that with people that'll listen. Most people just aren't interested, right? It's a more popular thing nowadays, but it's still kind of niche, you know? I'm sure other people would too. I'm not talking right away now. Like, once I get, like, a few followers and stuff, and people that, like, you get a few followers, but that doesn't necessarily mean everybody's gonna be in a lot of your streams, right? A lot of it's just people follow, and then you probably won't even see them again, but if I could get, like, a regular audience, just even if it was, like, 5 to 10 people in here, then that'd be cool. Just chilling, you know? So I think it's pretty chill. I don't think I'm that boring. I can be boring. We've been streaming for an hour and 18 now, so... I see. Well, I don't necessarily mean like that. I just mean like, let's see, where are we to? We still need to do maybe 1 or 2 more layers, I think, should be fine. Hang on, I want to see something. I think it's good so far. Let me get some more blocks while we got time here. Give me a second. Give me a second. I just want us to finish this wall tonight, basically. I might go to the Blaze Farm real quick. Because I do need to heal my shit. Video games especially. I love, like, video game stuff. Just talking about it, like, forever, you know? It's just great. I like video games because there's a huge history to video games that most people just don't even care or even know about, you know? Like, people know, general public knows a lot about certain movie history, but, like, not, video games kind of gets thrown under the bus, I think. Especially in terms of, like, the tech, how many game consoles people don't even realize existed at the time if they weren't around, or, you know? Like, ain't nobody know who the 3DO is, no regular person, you know what I mean? No, not the average person. Or, like, a TurboGrafx, or a PC Engine, or a Neo Geo, you know? People know Nintendo. Like, I got people I work with that's like, oh, I remember I used to play Tony Hawk on a Sega Genesis, and I was just like, no, you never, because Sega Genesis is 2D, what? And they're like, well, no, not that one, and I'm like, Sega Saturn, can't be that, because it's not on that. And I was like, Sega Dreamcast? They're like, that's it, Dreamcast. And I'm like... I don't really care that much. I really don't care. I mean, they don't have to know that shit or whatever. But it is interesting. It's just a lot of interesting stuff. And I mean, you watch a documentary on any of those consoles that you've never heard of and how they came to be and how they were poised to be the next big thing and then never even remotely came close to that, you know what I mean? Either because of the other companies that they were battling. Yeah, but you know enough about consoles. But like, you know the difference between a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo 64, right? Like you don't get those mixed up, you know what I mean? Like it's not I just mean stuff like that. It's weird when people get that stuff mixed up. Like, I could tell you the year one of those consoles probably came out, you know what I mean? Like, in every region. But, like, it's not necessarily necessary information to know, obviously. I just think people overlook a lot of old video game machines, and they don't go back to it, and there's a lot of games that never got re-released or are, like, what's the word? Like, undiscovered, like, gems that people just don't necessarily go back to, you know what I mean? And it's like, there's games on 3DO I really like that I wish would either be remastered or redone or just re-released on something, because it's like, I'd like to play them. And then, see, the thing about 3DO that's funny about that is, like, you've never heard of that before. A lot of people have never heard of it before. But at the time, it was huge. It was in every magazine. Everybody thought it was going to be the next thing. It was going to kill Sega. It was going to destroy Nintendo. They were all no more. The 3DO was going to be the new king, right? And that obviously is not how it turned out, because it was more powerful than both of those. They were 100% correct, but it was also like 4 times as expensive, right? I mean, why would anybody want to buy a 3DO, especially when they're buying it for their kids, possibly, for $600 in 1992, which adjusted for today's prices is like way more, you know? Like a $600 console when you could literally just buy a Sega Genesis for $149, right? Well, Dreamcast is just, it's a sad thing because it was such a good console and it never lasted long enough. Sega's consoles basically all have like one legacy. It's like the Master System was like the first console to come out over here, and it was like, it kind of reached the industry with like, I don't know, nobody really cared that much. I'm sure a lot of people had it. It was more popular in Europe than it was here. And then over here, Nintendo was always more popular. And then Sega Genesis was like the first thing to go and be competition for Nintendo and actually give them a run for their money and outsell them for a little while, right? And then when the Super Nintendo came out, that kind of stopped, right? Because Sega Genesis was basically competing with regular Nintendo. And then 32X is kind of like, it's like the console that was trying to keep the Sega Genesis alive, I guess. But also go into like fight the 3DO and the Jaguar that was coming out and stuff like that. And Sega CD is supposed to be like the future, because a lot of people thought video games were going to be like full motion video games. Was going to be like the next big step. It wasn't going to be 3D graphics, you know what I mean? But obviously they never turned out that way either. And yeah, I don't know. Sega Saturn was like the biggest disappointment console. It was very popular in Japan, but over here it was like, it failed so fucking hard. Because Sony destroyed them, man. Sony went, like, if you ever go back and look at the press conference when they announced the original PlayStation, they destroyed Sega, dude. They destroyed them. Because they literally, I think the Sega Saturn was $399. And the PlayStation 1 was $299. But Sega did this huge presentation, like, in front of a live audience and whatnot, like, at E3 or whatever one it was. I don't know which one it was. to like the press and to fans and stuff, and talking about the console and how cool it was, and you know how good their next console was going to be. Because I mean, it was, you think about it, the Saturn was the successor for the Sega Genesis, right? So like it had to be huge because Genesis was such a popular console. And then PlayStation did their keynote speech after Sega, and they literally just went up on stage. The dude went up on stage like a legend and just said $2.99 and walked away. Like that's all he said, because he knew the price was like $100 cheaper and people were gonna go for it, right? And it had a similar, not really that similar, but they could do similar things. They're very comparable. I guess the games are comparable to a degree. PlayStation's generally better, but yeah, it was cheaper. And they knew that. And that's literally, I'm not even joking. You can look it up. The guy literally goes on stage and he just says the price and then he walks away. It's like a mic drop. He like destroyed them. Right? But the thing that they didn't say about that, it was clever, but Sega Saturn has built-in save, like there's a battery in it, right? You can save to the console. It basically has like a hard drive of sorts where you could save games to the console. You didn't need memory cards for Sega Saturn, right? With PlayStation, you got the console, you had to buy the games, you had to buy the controllers, you had to buy the memory cards to save your games, right? So like PlayStation really wasn't that much cheaper. It was maybe $40 or $50 cheaper, maybe. It wasn't really $100 cheaper, because once you bought those peripherals that you needed to have it optimized to what you'd like to play your games, you'd like to be able to save them, you were going to end up spending around the same price, right? The reason the Saturn failed really was the games just weren't, there wasn't that many good games on launch. They never had a good launch lineup. I mean, PlayStation had a way better launch lineup because they had like Wipeout and what's that other one? That other racing game, like Ridge Racer. They had a lot of really good launch titles. I think Tekken was one of them too. While Saturn like had Daytona USA, which Daytona is a good game in the arcade, but Daytona can only hold your attention for so long. I mean, it's only like 2 racetracks and like 2 different kinds of cars, and that's it. That's the game, right? It's not that replayable, you know? As much as I love it, as much as I adore that game, because it's part of my childhood, no. It's not, you know? And Virtua Fighter, that came out for Saturn, looked like shit when it came out, and they had to put out another version of it because people were so disappointed by how it looked. Because really, it should have ran way better than it did. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. I can go on for decades about this shit. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get the wall finished tonight. I thought that might be enough, but I don't think it's going to be. It's going to be enough, I think, to finish, like, the wall itself, but I don't think it's going to be enough to finish the like, actual top and the steps and shit. Unless we have a bunch in the chest, which I don't know if we do. No, I'm fine. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna be up that late anyways, regardless. I'm probably just gonna finish whatever blocks I have in my inventory now, go to the Blaze Farm, and then be done. If I have time. If I don't, we'll just go home and I'll repair my shit tomorrow. I just gotta remember, because my pickaxe is literally on like 1 heart. It's like almost dead. Tea time. This is the actual level we need to be at, right? Yeah, I miss... I mean, I do and I don't, but I miss game consoles and companies being like that, very competitive like that. And they are kind of getting like that again now, like with Microsoft buying Bethesda and now buying, basically Activision. I mean, they're kind of fucking cornering the market on what games they own, right? Because that means that Microsoft owns Call of Duty. That means that Microsoft owns, They own Fallout. They own Doom. They own Elder Scrolls. They own, God, so many things, right? Because when they bought Bethesda back like a couple of years ago, like that was huge, right? That's a huge acquisition because then they own literally multiple game studios. Like they own id Games, so like Doom and Quake and all those ones you can think of that they made. They own all that. They own, you know, Bethesda Softworks, so then they own Elder Scrolls games, which are really popular. They own Fallout games, which are really popular. You know what I mean? I mean, Microsoft owns Minecraft, right? They own Minecraft in general. I don't know, different acquisition. They own Rare, which means they own Conker. They own Banjo-Kazooie. Perfect Dark, a lot of stuff like that, right? And then now they own Activision or whatever. It's like, fuck. It's huge because now, like, Call of Duty could be... I don't think it'll ever be exclusive because that's not the direction gaming industry is going, in my opinion. I think that, the gaming industry is going to go in a direction where instead of there being consoles, I mean, I'm sure they'll still exist, but I think it's going to be more of a service platform. Kind of like you download, like, say, the Microsoft store or whatever it is, and the PlayStation store, and you play what games you want to play on those, on whatever console or computer you want to play it on. As long as you're buying the games from them, they generally don't care, I don't think, if you buy the console that much. Because I think they're making their money off the games, really. Right? They know that. I think consoles, really, as like a competition, are kind of dead now. I think this might be the last big competition of consoles. Which is weird, because it's been like this for so long that it's like, I don't know. And then Sony bought Bungie, which owned the Destiny games and whatever else they decided to come up with. I mean, they used to make Halo, but they don't own it no more, so... You know, they're kind of like combating each other, I guess, by buying different studios up, and it's like, Sony should buy Konami, that would be cool. Then they could have Silent Hill and Metal Gear. We could finally get another Metal Gear game. God, I miss Metal Gear Solid so much. It's like my favorite game series of all time. Or one of. It's my top 3. Well, it don't need to be built, that's the thing, right? It just needs to be like Netflix. It's just a place where you can go to purchase the games, right? Or even stream. Because, I mean, you can stream games too, right? To your TV. And it runs off of like a server somewhere, wherever. Right? You can already do that. I mean, you can access the Microsoft Store and play Xbox games on a computer. You don't need an Xbox to play Xbox games, right? And where a lot of games are going cross-platform now, it's not even a thing. Like, I can play Minecraft with someone on Xbox, I can play Minecraft with someone on Switch, I can play Minecraft with somebody on PC, it doesn't matter, right? I don't think they care, as long as they're still making money off people buying Minecraft. They don't give a fuck where you buy it to, right? You're giving them money. Therefore, if they manage to get Sony to be able to have an Xbox store on their consoles or whatever, or some sort of service like that, I mean, they'd make loot, right? The competition is in the storefronts, it's not in the hardware itself. And right now, Xbox is doing way better at giving out, like, the free games and stuff that you get on having live and stuff like that. Like, it's just so much better. It's so much better than PlayStation. As much as I love Sony and PlayStation, I'm just a fanboy. But Microsoft got it nailed down. They know what they're doing. It's more about what properties you own. You know what I mean? What IPs you own. What intellectual properties. You know what I'm saying? Exclusives. Like, say if it came to a point eventually where it was like, you could only buy and play, Fallout games from the Xbox store, right? You couldn't do it on PlayStation anymore. You know what I mean? That would be a huge hit to Sony because those games are so popular. Why would, you know, if like that ever went away, they would lose so much money because they get a certain percentage of whatever the game sells. You know what I mean? Because it's selling on their platform. So I'm sure if there was a way for them to do that, that would be insane. It's kind of funny when you think about it because it's weird how like everything is going not physical media, and I'm definitely an advocate of physical media. That being said, a lot of my games are downloaded only. Like Minecraft, I don't own a physical copy of this on PlayStation. That being said, if I found it cheap somewhere, I probably would. Just because I'd like to have the case. But physical media doesn't really matter anymore. You know? I just prefer to have it. I just like having something on a shelf where I have a collection. It's just nice having things on a shelf. I don't know. Maybe it's dumb. Maybe I'm just an old person. I feel like that shit's gonna come back though. Like I feel like people are gonna want physical media eventually. Just because it's nice having something to hold on to, you know? Okay, and that concludes our little wall adventure. I guess we'll just go to the Blaze Farm right quick now. We'll get our shulker boxes. They're all empty. Actually, I'm just gonna throw it in here instead of convenience space. Oh, there's plenty of people that like physical media. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. So the wall is pretty much done. I mean, next stream we start, we'll do a little bit on that. The next survival stream. The next stream is not going to be survival. It's going to be, excuse me. The next stream is going to be, probably like Spleef and Bed Wars. I don't think I'm going to do parkour this one. Kind of parkoured out for a little while. Maybe though, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow night. Especially after if work is rough, I'm definitely going to be rotted. I mean, I have a schedule for streams in certain games, but I mean, that could change depending on my mood sometimes. I mean, it was like last week with the whole Minecraft Dungeons. Like, I could not do Minecraft Dungeons. I was not in the mood. Yeah, but see, the thing is that physical copies of games right now don't even come with booklets. Right? You don't even get booklets in most games anymore. A few, maybe, but no, you don't get them anymore. You buy physical games now, it's just a case. There's a part where the booklet's supposed to be, but there is no booklet. Because they usually just print it on the back of the label, and you can see it on the inside of the case, right? If there's anything. And I mean, if you want instructions, you can go and download it from the menu and online. That's all online too, right? Generally, the only time you get booklets now is if there's like, if it's a special edition of a game, or if it's a map or something that you might need, you know? Oh, there's a pigman here. Rip. So we'll chill out here for a bit now. Oh, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Can I just not? Can I just not go? And just stay here? I'll stream all day. I wish. Blaze Pyramid takes a while to get started. Once it gets started, it's really good. I should probably turn off the sound, or you're not even gonna fucking be able to hear me over them. Oh, just that, I don't know if the schedule is always going to be the same, obviously. Like, I think there's going to be times where I change it depending on my mood, you know what I mean? Like, it's a general schedule, but it's not like rigid. It's not a permanent thing. It's not, I don't even mean the days. I just mean the games in general. There might be certain days where, like, I might not want to do parkour. I might just want to continue with survival world, or, like this week past where I did, instead of doing Minecraft Dungeons, I just played Spyro instead. I might, if there's a way for me to do it, I don't know if there is a way for me to schedule it like that. If there's a way for me to schedule that day to be random game, you know what I mean? Not necessarily Minecraft Dungeons. Like, that's probably one of the ones we will do. But if there's a way for me to change it to, like, whatever, that day we'll decide that day what we want to play. You know what I mean? As a break from Minecraft. Because Minecraft is always going to be, as far as I can tell right now, the main thing of this channel. And then other than that, we'll have days where we do for different stuff. Like, that day, which is technically Thursday morning for me, it's Wednesday night, but Thursday morning technically, because it's 1 a.m. Is Minecraft Dungeons right now, but it's probably, if I can find a way to change that so that it'll be like a random game, I want to do that. And eventually, when I get a computer where I'm able to stream and record my retro consoles straight from the consoles again, whenever I'm able to do that again, we're probably going to change. I was thinking where it's a Wednesday, probably Sunday night, we might change to be retro. Yeah, Wednesday is like is gonna be like a variety stream. Sunday, I'm thinking, would be like retro Sundays. We'll just play like retro games on Sunday, and say the parkour Minecraft stuff we'll probably do, like, I don't know, maybe on like Monday, maybe like the day after the retro stream or something like that. Just doing like PvP in different days, you know? Because we're obviously, survival is the main attraction, for lack of a better word, of the channel. Because I love playing Minecraft survival more than anything else, so. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good plan. Because I like Minecraft Dungeons, but like I'm not always in the mood to play that, because that game is a very mindless. You don't really have to think very much about it, too much. So it's kind of. And I really enjoyed playing Spyro on stream, so I don't know if we're gonna go back to that necessarily. But maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It all depends, like I said, because the thing about it is that beating a game on stream is, I'm not the type of person that just goes through games and beats them. Like, I get bored. I get distracted and bored very easily, and I'll go to a different game. So, like, there are games that we might go back to. I don't know. Like, I might go back to Ratchet and Clank sometime too, because I actually do want to play that game. I keep forgetting that I have it, and then I've started playing it. And it was really fun when I was playing it. Same thing with Spyro, I love playing that. Maybe we could play Crash Bandicoot some night. I have the collection, the remakes of Crash Bandicoot. I'd like to play a horror game on stream, like an actually scary one, not like Resident Evil. That was fun when we were doing that, though. But like something that would actually scare me, because I feel like that'd be kind of funny. How you doing, baby? You little cutie. She likes chin rubs, watch. She loves chin rubs. You likes the chin rubs, don't you? Yes, you do. Oh, you love the face rubs. Yes, you do. Such a good kitten. Yeah. But, yeah, I just like to have more variety. I don't want to cut down on Minecraft much, though. Like, I don't want to have more than, say, like, 2 different days, you know? Like, I think 2 days of something different than Minecraft would be fair. Yeah, I want to go back to the retro games. I'd be doing that way more often if I could, but, like, it's not that my computer doesn't work. It turns on, but, like, it's very unreliable. Not that it'll turn off on its own, but I feel like whatever the Wi-Fi card is that's in it for connecting to the internet is very shit, and it shits the bed all the time. And you know, because I used to stream retro games, and sometimes the stream would just crash because my internet connection would just cut out, and it wasn't my actual internet; it was the computer itself. So, I mean, I'd like to do that. I'd be more likely to beat a game and go straight through on stream if I was playing retro. Like, I would do Sonic CD straight through. I'd do any of the Sonic games. Maybe sometime we could do, like... We could take, like, a month or something. Like, maybe June? June would be a cool month. If I could get something by June, we could do, like... We could do, like, a Sonic the Hedgehog-themed month of games. Like, we'll still do Minecraft, but we could do, like, a bunch of Sonic stuff. Like, we could do more than one day of it. And do, like, a different game each day or something. Even if it's necessarily not beating it, just playing different Sonic games. Because June is Sonic's birthday, so... Of the character. That's when it was created, so... That would be a good month to do it in. Show my love of Sega, you know. Sega fanboy, so... That would be cool. Yep. I'm fairly sure Sonic... When is the anniversary? Hang on. I have a coin from the 10th birthday, I remember. I own it. 10th anniversary. I'm pretty sure the coin just literally says Happy Birthday, Sonic. Yeah, I was right. The literal reason I remember it... the literal reason I remember it is because, it's on the 23rd of June, so it's like really close to my actual birthday. Yeah, see, I have this here. Yeah, weird coincidence, right? Yeah, it's like a little 10th anniversary thing. It has like the CD with all the music on it. And the book's probably gonna fall out. Alice falls out. And yeah, it's got like the coin in the middle. I don't know if you can see that stream. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, that'd probably be like a good month to do that. Unfortunately, the entire book is in Japanese and I can't read it, so... But yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool thing to do. We could maybe do different things like that, and then, like, I mean, like, this year past when we were on YouTube, we did the whole horror games during the month of October. So we could do that again this year coming up, right? Do more horror games. I'd like to play Alien Isolation. That game actually terrifies me. I own it, and my disc has no scratches on it, but for some reason it won't run. It'll play on my consoles, but it crashes after like a second. I don't know why it does that. It's weird. It's really weird. Because that's a game I really like. It's actually terrifying. Like, you know how you were watching me play Resident Evil 2? And how, like, we got to that part where, like, Mr. X is, like, following you around everywhere and it's really creepy? He's, like, hunting you down at all times. Alien Isolation is basically that, but there's an alien, like, from, obviously, Alien Universe, hunting you down. Yeah. And I barely am, too, because I think the end of June is, or I think I just got into it, right? I think the 26th of June is Gemini? Is it not? I don't know. I don't know anything about any of that shit. I'm not big on that stuff. But I think I know that because my ex-best friend was born the same month as me. We're very close together. Anyway, we'll go back now. This is good enough healing for now. I will take these blaze rods, though. I should put steps here and make this a lot easier. I'm pretty sure, I think, I could be wrong, but I actually think the 26th of June is a different birth time. Like, I think I literally just made it. Because I was born just after midnight. I was supposed to be born on the 26th. I was supposed to be born way before that. But I was a good old C-section. I did not want to come out. What can I say? I like being comfy. It's like me every morning. I don't want to get out from under my blanket that I'm cocooned up in. And I think I was 11 pounds when I was born too, which is kind of heavy. Willow, look at the willow bean. Look at the willow bean. So cute. Oh, I don't have any of the noises on. Shit. Hopefully, good thing there's no gas. Got locked out on that one. Let me fix that right quick. Oh. This guy has been here forever. This dude. He has these iron boots that I think I traded for at one time. And he fell on this spot and he cannot get out of there. He's been there forever. And he won't despawn because he's wearing those boots that he picked up. What did you prefer? Sorry? Oh, C-section. I see. Not something I'm the most knowledgeable in. I know what it is and how it works. I imagine that stuff sucks. Thanks to all the mothers out there. Is that a villager? Did I just see him? Can't be. Oh no, it's a llama. Never mind. Is that a villager? No, it's a llama. Okay. I just like having a little fly around after everything because it's so nice. Oh, it's raining too. Oh, everything in this world is so nice. If I do build something back here, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Oh no, what? Oh no. Unexplained? Yes, indeed. Indeed it is. Okay, you know the drill. This is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. I very much appreciate anybody supporting and watching, following. Please follow if you're watching a VOD and you enjoy what you're watching. It means so much. Very, very good stream. I had fun. I will be streaming again tomorrow night. We will be doing maybe some PvP or maybe some parkour. I'm not really sure. We'll see how it goes, how I'm feeling tomorrow after work. Maybe I won't even play Minecraft. Who knows? But it'll more than likely be Minecraft. So, thanks for watching. And